biggest regrets.
Oprah Winfrey says she feels partly responsible. One of her biggest regrets, she says, was
when you have been lied about for a series of years.
So listen, the lady who once gave Meghan Markle the biggest shine just took it back. Oprah Winfrey, the talk queen who shocked everyone in 2021, said, "Wow, I was fooled, lied to, tricked." And in one honest moment, she flipped everything and even said sorry straight to Catherine, Princess of Wales, the one Meghan tried to make look like the enemy.
Oprah Winfrey says she feels partly responsible. One of her biggest regrets, she says, was
when you have been lied about for a series of years, how hurtful that is. So imagine that for...
So Oprah just pulled the rug from Meghan and all her victim stories. Your biggest helper became the biggest backstabber. This was not small. It was full public takedown. Oprah exposed all the lies live while Catherine stayed quiet and looked strong. And if Meghan thought she had royal problems, this hit deeper, because when your strongest fan turns critic, there is no coming back. But then Oprah revealed something that made Meghan look even calmer.
When you have been lied about for a series of years, how hurtful that is. So imagine that for over a period of months and years, and you know that it isn't true.
So for years, Oprah was the ultimate checker. Her words could make rumors real in 2021. Meghan Markle knew this. She went into Oprah's Garden interview with her story and the world listened. That moment shook culture. Now the same person Meghan leaned on flipped. Oprah went live saying she regrets everything and admitted she should have asked harder questions and not given Meghan a free pass to play victim. For Oprah, saying sorry live on TV is deadly.
She, quote, deeply regrets the royal racist controversy and is very sorry. What do you make of that? All of these regrets, isn't it too late?
What hurts more is how close they were. Meghan was like family in Oprah's circle. And that is why this flip stings. Because it was the one who once had her back, now breaking her, Oprah said. Meghan did not just fool the world, she fooled me too and used my trust to make a story that was not true. That one confession shook all of Meghan credibility.
Most important thing for them, before I do any interview, I have a conversation with whoever I'm interviewing and ask, tell me what your intention is, and I will tell you what my intention is, and let's see if we can align those two, because I don't want you to finish an interview and at the end of the interview say, I wish I had said.
Remember, Oprah is not just some host. She is a cultural icon built on truth and trust. For her to say Meghan lied to her was not a small fix. It was a public takedown. It made Meghan look manipulative and reckless enough to ruin her strongest ally. And the way Oprah said it was ruthless. She said she got played, those words hit hard. Meghan used her trust to make a story, and Oprah gave her the megaphone. That confession was not just betrayal, it was full reputational destruction, live and impossible to take back.
Oprah wanting to distance herself from Meghan.
She says she's not very friendly with Meghan.
When Oprah moved from feelings to facts, everything changed. This was not just sorry anymore, it was breaking down Meghan. Most famous claims. One by one, she started with the bridesmaid dress story, the tabloid drama that made Catherine look bad. Oprah set it straight. Both women cried, and Meghan twisted the truth.
Color of the baby's skin. You asked Harry about it when he came out. He did not tell you who it was. Harry still is choosing to protect the identity of whoever that was.
Yes, and he did not share the identity with me that it was not his grandmother nor his grandfather that were a part of those conversations.
In one sentence, she wiped out years of headlines that made Catherine look cold. Then came the racism story. Meghan said the palace was full of prejudice, but Oprah said it was just one private remark. Not the big attack Meghan made it out to be. That alone ruined one of Meghan's strongest sympathy cards, and Oprah did not stop there.
Would have taken the Sussexes. So I get a call from Prince Harry on Easter Saturday, and he says, sorry to bother you, but...
What's the secret to your eternal personal glow?
Well, Harry. Meg-goo, celebrating the sexy earth goddess in all of us.
She showed how the royal family actually tried to help Meghan with support resources counseling and easing her transition, but Meghan turned it into fuel for her victim story. The message was clear. Meghan did not just twist facts, she used them as weapons. By the end, Oprah finished, Meghan's story was not just cracked, it was destroyed with proof. Then Oprah turned to Catherine, who without drama or big interviews won the world by living with dignity. Oprah called her real, steady, and strong words that hit more. After showing Meghan was manipulative, the timing was brutal. Catherine had fought cancer and did it with grace. No theatrics, no staged pity parties, no endless photos.
Preposterous pair sitting down, giving that interview, that awful interview to Oprah Winfrey, calling the royal family racist. It's false.
There's a conversation with you,
with Harry,
about how dark your baby is going to be?
potentially, and what that would mean or look like.
While Catherine quietly fought the hardest battle of her life, Meghan posted glossy Instagram pictures and promoted jam jars like nothing else mattered. The difference was clear. One fought for health, the other for attention. Oprah pointed it out, calling Catherine a symbol of hope, while Meghan looked shallow, performative, and desperate. It was not just praise for Catherine, it was a dagger at Meghan, because Catherine's silence spoke louder than Meghan whole media machine for Meghan. The humiliation was not just losing Oprah, it was being replaced as the person the world believed in. Oprah. Takedown did not just sting, it blew up Meghan whole brand for years. Meghan used Oprah interview as proof of legitimacy, but when Oprah herself tore it apart, that proof became rubble.
Do you make Kate cry?
No, the reverse happened.
Every defense Meghan had used suddenly fell apart because the very woman who once gave her the microphone now called her performance a lie. The real sting was the power shift. Meghan had always tried to control the story to make sure she told it first. But once Oprah went public, Meghan lost all control. She could not spin it, could not deny it, because the words were coming from the one ally who had once risked her own reputation to stand beside her. It was not just exposure, it was full credibility, collapse. People who defended Meghan felt betrayed, while those who doubted her felt vindicated. In the court of public opinion, that mix is lethal. Meghan was not just criticized, she was abandoned. And when abandonment comes from the person who built your platform, the fall is instant and brutal. It was even worse because Meghan had just tried to relaunch herself, carefully curating a new image on social media, rolling out glossy branding, polished posts, and fresh lifestyle content for weeks. Her team teased a reinvented Meghan. Then, out of nowhere, Oprah. Confession cut straight through the PR shine in a single broadcast. Meghan relaunch was overshadowed, drowned out by headlines dissecting her lies instead of her new venture. Trending the internet was buzzing with clips of Oprah exposing her. The timing could not have been worse. Meghan tried to climb back up and Oprah slammed the ladder down. And meanwhile, Catherine quiet resilience inspired sympathy worldwide, showing the contrast between real strength and desperate attention-seeking.
Wife is not visibly black, but that's who she is. The way that they speak about her and the way they treat her is incredibly relatable to everybody else of color.
When you have been lied about for a series of years, how hurtful that is.
Meghan glossy posts looked shallow and fake next to Catherine quiet strength. Polls showed the gap widening fast, with Catherine earning huge public support while Meghan numbers sank to record lows. It was not just bad luck, it was perfect, brutal timing. Oprah. Words did not just sting, they completely destroyed Meghan. Comeback before it even began for Meghan. It was the ultimate nightmare. Months of careful planning gone in a single night from her California mansion she could only watch as the story unfolded without her. Every network replayed. Oprah words, every headline framed Meghan as exposed, and every social feed turned the broadcast into memes. What hurt most was not just the coverage, it was the crushing silence. Meghan, who always answered fast, had nothing. Her team scrambled, but every drafted statement sounded hollow, weak, and useless against Oprah. Blunt, the louder the media replayed Oprah, the smaller, weaker, and more defeated Meghan appeared, showing just how lethal and devastating a single confession can be, and how quickly someone who once felt untouchable can fall from grace in front of the entire world.
Posting up pathetic pictures. This is me eating sushi. Like me. This is me 25 years ago when I was hot. Like me. Oh, it's fucking sad.
Humiliation spread like wildfire across every corner of the internet. Clips comparing Catherine calm, graceful presence with Meghan glossy curated Instagram posts went viral. Hashtags mocking Meghan brand trended everywhere. Even longtime supporters hesitated, unsure how to defend her when her strongest ally had already pulled back support. The story completely slipped from Meghan's hands, and worse, Catherine did nothing. She did not comment, post, or react. That silence made Meghan humiliation total, complete, and utterly crushing. Catherine looked like the clear winner just by existing, while Meghan seemed desperate, cornered, and irrelevant for someone who built her whole identity on controlling the spotlight. Losing it so publicly was devastating beyond measure. Oprah. Betrayal was not just a simple wound. It was total humiliation, the kind that lingers impossible to erase from public memory, and every new clip, meme, and headline reminded the world of her fall, making it painfully obvious that Meghan influence, control, credibility, and even public sympathy had crumbled completely in front of everyone. No amount of glossy post branding, staged content, or social media theatrics could reverse the damage, showing just how quickly someone who once felt untouchable could be stripped of power and respect, leaving her isolated, exposed, and completely vulnerable to the court of public opinion. And as the world watched, Catherine's quiet strength and dignity only grew in contrast, making Meghan fall look even harsher and more complete, turning what was once her moment of power into a cautionary tale of how fame, influence, and alliances can vanish overnight when the trust of the right person is lost.
Doing an interview to offer them a platform to tell their story about why they left, and that was my number one intention, was just clarity on why did you leave. And so some of the things that were revealed in that interview came as a surprise to me, and those surprises are now referred to as bombshells.
In the end, what happened to Meghan was not just a scandal, it was poetic justice. She had weaponized Oprah's stage in 2021, turning it into her biggest tool to attack the monarchy. And now that same stage became the hammer that crushed her credibility. There is a cruel, perfect symmetry.
People say reconciliation, reconciliation. We hope the brothers reconcile. What do you say?
I do not get into people's family matters. Nobody consults me about their family business, so I try to stay out of people's family business.
The very person who lifted her story and made her famous became the one who tore it down. That is not bad luck. That is karma, arriving right on time. The irony is impossible to miss. Meghan tried to build power by leaning on Oprah, thinking that Bond would protect her forever and keep critics away. But instead, Oprah's public confession made her look weaker than ever, like a chess player who sacrificed her own queen too early in the game. Catherine did not have to make a move. The palace did not have to orchestrate anything. The tabloids did not have to dig. Meghan's downfall came from inside her own camp, delivered by the one voice she could never.
Everybody who has experienced some challenges in their families with in-laws or brothers or sisters knows how difficult some of those situations can be. And I'm sure that, for the royal family, it's no different.
For silence. And that is why people call it the ultimate betrayal. When strangers turn on you, it is survivable. When fans drift away, you can rebuild. But when your most trusted ally flips sides, the destruction is absolute. Meghan's empire was not attacked. It collapsed from within. And that kind of karma, no comeback can erase. Meghan Markle, once celebrated and elevated on Oprah's stage, now faces the sting of that same platform turning against her. Catherine did not act. The palace did not interfere. The press did not dig. The shift came entirely from Oprah herself, reshaping the story in front of millions, leaving Meghan struggling to respond. It is a reversal that feels almost impossible to recover from, because when the very person who helped build your public image starts questioning questioning it, the damage is not just temporary. It leaves a permanent mark. Meghan narrative, once untouchable, is now under intense scrutiny. And for someone who built a brand on controlling the spotlight, that is a devastating shift. But the twist does not end there. This is not the first time Meghan public image has taken a hit. If you thought Oprah broadcast was shocking, wait till you see what happened. When Meghan's own father finally spoke out about her controversial past, that story shook the conversation in ways nobody expected and added another layer to her public humiliation, showing just how quickly power, fame, and influence can turn against someone, and how fragile even carefully crafted narratives can be. Click right here to watch only on the Taylor Tells All.